What's up, vape heads? Alright, today we're going to be fully reviewing the X-Linx from Yocan. It's an all-in-one vape kit they sent me to review for their channel. I'm going to go ahead and throw it side by side with the Ego One because they are very similar. So stay tuned after the intro. We'll get into it and I'll tell you what I think. Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, so if you looked at my first look at the X-Linx video, I kind of gave you the rundown. I showed you what came in the box, but I'll run down the specs. This thing does come with the 2200 mAh battery, the X-Linx tank. It comes with a glass drip tip, and it does have the 4 adjustable airflow slots on it. It's got 1 hole, 2 holes, a wide open bore, and a full wide open bore. The standout for this is that magnetic connection that most things use 510s threaded. This is the magnetic, so just as simple as that. And it also came with that 510 adapter, so if you want to throw that on a tank or any other mod, throw this on the bottom of the tank and it screws right into any other mod. The Ego One basically comes with everything that this comes with, except with this, you do not get that adapter because you don't need it because this is 510 threaded, and that does come with an extra drip tip in this. That's the only difference. Price-wise, you're going to spend about $45 on the Ego One kit, whereas with this, you're going to spend about $25 to $30. As you can see, there is a major size difference. One is very small, and one is, somewhat large. I really like the small compactness of this Ego One. It is very small, easy to fit in the pocket, whereas this thing is a little bit big, a little bit bulky. But I do like that, when I'm not throwing it in my pocket and just holding on to it. I like the large size of this. But really, that standout feature is that magnetic trip, that magnetic connection that they have there. It's just awesome. Whereas with this, you got to unscrew it. But I did put a brand new coil in this to show you how they both kind of vape right out of the box. The difference really isn't much when it comes to vaping. I'll show you the Ego One. And of course the X-Linx. So they're very similar. I do think there's better flavor off this X-Linx. Does have a larger capacity of juice, and they're both a 0.5 coil. The only difference is this range is going to range probably from 15 to about 30, 35 watts, whereas this says 20 to 150 watts. Now I have tried this at 150 watts on a different mod, and it does give off burnt hits, so I would not recommend using this at 150 watts. Max, I'd say 70, 80 watts, and you got to do quick pulls, and you'll still get plenty of vapor, good flavor. And you won't get that burnt hit. Whereas if I try to pop this off at 70, 80 watts, it would just give me a burnt hit. So the coils in the X-Linx are definitely better. They can withstand more power going through them. Flavor-wise, it's going to come off better off the X-Linx. And the only thing I have bad to say about this is the bulky size, and then that glass, Pyrex glass drip tip. You get that condensation in there, and I just don't like it. I prefer these stainless steel ones where, they look nice and you can't see that. And this doesn't really heat up too bad to where it's going to burn my lips when I vape off of it, so I really don't see that as a downfall. I think these glass ones just kind of look tacky. Yes, they do stay cooler, but I just don't like the look of them. But, either way, I really do think for the money, it's better off getting this. You're better off getting this $25 kit because you're going to get the same amount of vapor, you're going to get the same amount of flavor. And, you're not going to have to spend near as much money. You're going to hold more juice with this thing. It's just a better vape pen. Whereas this, you're going to get the same thing, but you're going to spend more money. Now, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about this, Ego One, other than that they get too hot. They did fix that with the upgraded version of it. So, there's really not much bad things to say about this or this. They're both little great starter kits for someone who's looking to upgrade from an e-cigarette or a little gas station, or liquor store vape pen. Those little starter ones. You can get the little Ego style batteries with the little clear miser tanks. This is going to be a big step in the right direction if you're upgrading from one of those kits to something like this, and you're not looking to spend a lot of money. A lot of people coming off the cigarettes don't have a lot of money and want to save money, not looking to spend a lot of money when they're stepping into the world of vaping, so this is definitely going to be something for people like that. If you're already up into the box mods and stuff like that, this probably is not going to appeal to you. If you're looking for a backup vape or something to take on the go, this would be a good little kit to grab. The tank on this is amazing, and I would recommend picking it up just because it is a great tank. The fact that you can just pop this on, you know, here's a 200 watt mod, you know, I could just screw this little adapter into this, and it's just as easy as if I got this sitting around, this battery dies, you know, pop it off, pop it onto something else, and you're already vaping. That fast. Now, as with that, I have to unscrew it out of that and screw it into this. I know that seems, you know, trivial, but it is a neat feature to have that little magnetic thing. It's just quick, it's easy. If you have multiple tanks, you know, if you want to swap flavors, switching a tank is no problem. Say you have this in your pocket and, you know, you bend over something, instead of breaking off your 510 thread, it's just going to collapse in your pocket and not break that 510 connection, which is awesome. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's really, you know, what do you want to buy? How much money do you want to spend? I mean, why buy this when you can get this? It is a little bit more bulky, but you're going to save a lot more money. So if you're looking for just the convenience and the size, you know, go for the Ego One and spend that extra money. But if you really don't care about the size of it, you might as well get a better tank, you know, to have better range on the coils, and the flavor's better. You know, this thing is just better all around than the Ego One, I think. That's my opinion. There's going to be some people who disagree with me on that. I really don't care. That's just my opinion. But, you know, but when it comes down to a basic, how much do you want to spend and what can you get for your money, you're basically getting the same thing. It boils down to preference. Do you want something that can vape at a higher wattage and have better flavor and hold more juice at a less price? Or do you want something that's, you know, good and small and easy to fit in your pocket? You know, you're still going to have good flavor, you're just going to have good vapor production. It's just that price point and that, you know, that size. And, you know, the batteries are going to last the same amount of time. They're both 2200 mAh. They're going to last the same amount of time. They're both going to charge in the same amount of time. The only difference is the size and the price point. And, you know, as a vapor looking to save money in every way you can, you know, the X-Linx is the way to go. For me, that's just the way it is. You know, like I said before, I did pop this to 150 watts to see if I could vape it up that high because that's what the coil said it could do. It did not deliver. It gave me a burnt hit. Like I said, I'll go ahead and pop this up to, you know, 80 watts, and I'll show you an 80 watt vape on this X-Linx tank and what it can do. Now that's 80 watts. If I were to pop this Ego One tank on here at 80 watts, it would give me a burnt hit and possibly blow the coil. It just can't handle it. Whereas this thing can. Now, I'm not sure where you can get coils for this yet. It is still brand new. So, you know, I'll go ahead and let you guys know as soon as I do know where I can get coils for this. I know that you can get this at a couple different sites for about $25 to $30, depending on where you go. I'll post a link down here to where you can pick one up. But, you know, definitely a great mod for a $25 package. You know, they come in 4 colors. You get the blue, the white, the silver, and this black version. You know, I really think Yocan is doing great things when it comes to, this is their first attempt at an all-in-one vape kit. They did have the Flavo tank, but that was their first attempt at an e-juice tank, and it had those wickless coils in them. And now this is their first, you know, all-in-one package, and they're doing the right things. They're trying to be innovative with this magnetic connection that no one else is doing, and, you know, for the price point, you can't beat it. So, you know, that's what I'm going to go ahead and say. You know, check out my first look video if you want to get a little bit more info about this thing. But, you know, when it comes down to comparing the two, I'm going to definitely go with a cheaper vape that tastes better. And that's where it's at with this. So, that's what I think about the Ego One versus the X-Linx. You know, check them out. I give you one for the road. Now I'm out of here, guys.